Thank God for all the seasons.
Sponsored by CamelWorks, Delta Mackenzie, Dry Ice Machines, Frable, Magnus, Mirageware, Mrs. Dopey, Steel Valley Tackle, Strike Master, and Wild Reflections Taxidermy.
On the show today, we're going to be fishing for steelhead trout in northeast Ohio on the wild and scenic Grand River. We're going to be fishing a little tributary of the Grand River. It's called Paynes Creek. Today's show will be about timing, because timing's everything, someone once said, and that's especially true when you're talking about hunting or fishing. Because all species of fish and game have peak activity periods from day to day and throughout the year, and whether you call it the spawn, the rut, or spring fever, it is the best time to be outdoors in search of your target species. So let's get started. Got a nice steelhead hooked up here, folks. Boy, he just figured out he's hooked. He don't like it. Holy cow, this thing got shoulders. Hey! Come on out of here. We're going to release you once we get you up here and get that hook out of your lip. You got to be getting tired. Come on out of there. Let us get you on film here, and then we'll all be over. They sure are a lean, mean fighting machine. Starting to wear him out a little bit here, but I usually don't mean much anything. They usually go whenever they're ready, they go. And that's what we're here for today, guys. What a beautiful fish. Beautiful male. I want you to take a good look at that fish, and you'll know why we're here. Had a real good hook on him. Got him hooked right here in the corner of the jaw. Now, we don't want to handle this fish any more than we have to. Some days you get lucky, but you're not going to get lucky if you're not out here and you're not trying to catch one. The main reason we're here today is that at this time of year, in late fall through early spring, the steelhead migrate out of the Great Lakes and up the rivers and streams that flow into the Great Lakes to complete their spawning cycle, which occurs in late winter to early spring. This gives us a peak period of time that the fish are accessible to us without the use of a lot of equipment and without spending a lot of time finding them. The male's usually the first to arrive on the scene where spawning will occur and gets there to prepare a nest or spawning bed to entice or attract the female into accepting him as her mate. Steelhead need clean, cold, moving water and a gravelly, rocky bottom to successfully lay and hatch their eggs, and all of these things are present on Paynes Creek. These prime sites will often be fought over by the males to gain control of. The females will come up the stream and approve or disapprove of the nest according to these factors. Some steelhead will enter their spawning waters as early as fall to get the first shot at these prime locations, and will spend the entire winter preparing them for egg laying. The best nests will usually be taken by the biggest and strongest males, so these are the sites we'll be looking for on our show today. Another reason we're here is we have a solar and lunar event that occur within roughly at 1 hour of each other. These events are sunrise and moon set. Plus we have a weather change moving through this morning, and my Solinar tables say I have a minor feeding period that occurs this morning as well. I'm no expert on the Solinar system, but I know from experience that all these events in such close proximity to each other usually triggers an aggressive feeding period. So let's see if I'm right. It's important to present a bait as naturally as possible. Trout see food go by all day long, and they know what it's supposed to look like as it floats by. You need to keep the bait just off the bottom and flowing with the current naturally. Sometimes with lower slow water conditions, it helps to use a float or a strike indicator. This keeps the bait floating just off the bottom and in the strike zone for a longer period of time. A natural looking bait presentation is the key to more bites.
We are hooked up. And he is all fired up mad. Listen to that reel sing. It's right in there beside that other fish. Don't want it playing too long. I'm going to try and get him out of this. Fast water and a big fish. Makes for a long fight. Follow him down. Come on. You can do it. Come on up here in this slower water where I can get a net on you and we'll turn you loose. Looks like we got a big male. Line out that I want. Oh, not ready yet. Okay. There we go. Come on, big boy. Woo-wee! Nice fish. Just too big for this little net. All right. Whew. Oh, he looks like he's about 24 inches, maybe 6.5 pounds. He's a beautiful male. He's been in the creek a while. You can tell that by the colors. This fish probably got here late in the fall, spent the whole winter here preparing for spawning. You can tell by his belly that he's been on the gravel for a long time. He's got himself beat up a little bit. You can also see that these fish, once they get in the creek, they change back to the traditional rainbow colors. The fish that just come out of the lake when they're fresh and they just come out of the lake, they're a silvery color with a blue back. After they've been in the water a while in the creek, they change to the rainbow colors. But if you look at his bottom jaw, he has a bend and a hook on the end of his jaw. That's a male. After they get a little older, they develop a kip. That hook is called a kip. Now, this fish gave us a really nice fight. He cooperated and gave us some time on the show. Thank you, big fella. Get ready to release one of these fish, you want to give them a minute to get oriented. Because if you throw them back in too soon, they just start rolling on the bottom and they can't get their bearings. So he was nice enough to cooperate with us, so we'll be nice enough to give him the time to recover, and we'll point him upstream. Hopefully when he's ready, well, it looks like he is ready. That's conservation, fellas. Have fun catching them, and if you're not gonna use them, put them back in the creek unharmed.